Mayana, Mayana po. Mayana. Need to sign this.
These two fall in. The two frogs in the pond. Braxton, be careful you don't fall in, please.
There is 6. Oh, there's one right behind you. Oh my gosh. Mama, just walk over that little.
That sounded like you only have one. So everybody gets these.
Where do I find that? The link, is that on the Facebook? Is that, did you send the link to it? No.
Go to youtube.com. Tell us to go to youtube.com.
YouTube.com.
And then put, no, then putting the search bar on YouTube.
Okay.
Janet's Garden Party.
So what's the view? The camera's on.
I ordered you with a larger That's how my camera. I have it.
Don't worry.
I found it. There's a code in there. You can share it.
Oh, I know they have it. Get over to I know how to get that. I know how. I know how.
Come this fall, I gotta push on that.
Okay.
Get them so low.
Okay.
I'm looking to push on letting them go. They try to recoup my cost. Yeah, so there's so many different ones. I just live around the corner.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is there two? That's a fish.
You know what?
And I would choose, but most of those are yes.
Draw attention.
Thank you, everybody. Please, we'll be recording live this event right now for me. Okay, so please.
Okay.
Welcome, everybody, and thank you so much for attending our 7th annual Bird Party, where we celebrate all of you who are in this incredible business with us and celebrate the fact that we have an opportunity that's unparalleled in the wellness industry. We want to say a special welcome to our friends and business fund partners who are beaming in from Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, Ontario, Alberta, British Columbia, Germany, and Switzerland. Have I missed anybody? Texas! Oh my God! Texas and Oklahoma, and Georgia, and Virginia. Okay. Anyway, welcome, and we appreciate your time, and sorry for the little delay getting started. Anyway, we're all gathered here together to welcome all of you that we have been in business with, spreading the word and paying it forward about a healthy chocolate business that is second to none, and to welcome the guests that have come to take a look at this and to understand the value of what we offer you. We have the world's trademarked, first, one and only, healthy chocolate. This golden nugget is equivalent to a bowl of spinach about this size. So if you can switch your chocolate, our motto is change your chocolate, change your life. And the reason we say that is because we have a category first, unadulteratedly healthy chocolate that is cold pressed, and we're going to have a bit of science added today by the incredible Dr. Stacey Nielsen. And we have a debt-free family-owned company We have infrastructure in place that is second to none. We have amazing support from the company and from support people that are here to help us in every way. And you know, this business is attracting the most incredible, remarkable people that has ever been my pleasure to know. And I wouldn't know most of you if it weren't for the fact that I said yes when someone invited me to be a part of this. And I should let you know that my name is Janet Hurley. I am a corporate mindset background. I worked in the banking industry and in the university in a management capacity. And when this was introduced to me, I was working for 9 bosses in a sales capacity, and I was really, really busy. And when someone said, you could take this on, switch your chocolate and turn it into an income, my first reaction was, I don't have time. And that's what a lot of people think when they're busy. But I am a chocoholic. And I do want to live. I have 5 grandchildren that I love dearly, and I do want to take care of myself. So I'm eating white sugar with chocolate, right? So I actually, I had a really good person to send this information to. I sent the website to my daughter Stacy to check it out for me because I didn't want to waste any time if this wasn't the real deal. Stacy's a naturopathic doctor, young mother, vegetarian, athletic, very, very busy. And Stacy called me back and said, this makes sense. If you're going to eat chocolate, why not eat a healthy, functional food? So I ordered it. And it's the best thing I've done for my health. I feel better now at 62 than I did in my 30s. I have a lot of energy, and the garden is a perfect example of where some of my energy goes. And I feel great about offering this to other people so that they too can benefit and pay this forward and help other people to have a better life, whether it be the health, the income tax break, the income opportunity, or the fact that they can be involved with something significant that makes them feel really good to be a part of. So what we want to do here today is invite several of our incredible people that are part of our business to add to this presentation, because it's not all about me and my garden or anything like that. It's about you. And we have such incredible talent here in this garden that it blows my mind, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. So first of all, we want to let you know about the value behind the product. And I can't think of anyone better to explain the value of this product than my good friend, Temple Swift, who I would never have known if it hadn't been for getting involved with this company. And I'm truly grateful for that. So Temple, if you wouldn't mind to come up and share your expertise on these amazing products. And I know you're going to want to have that. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Temple Swift, and this chocolate has changed my life. I was a year-round asthmatic, allergic to almost everything in the garden here before chocolate, and I still have allergies and asthma. Mind you, I am medication-free now 8 years, and it's thanks to the Shasai Healthy Chocolate that's changed my life. With all the medications that I was on, Singular, Beclofort, Pulmicort, Ventolin, and Chlorotriple on a daily basis since I was 2 years old, I have a bone density loss of an 85-year-old, hence I've broken my right wrist, and I will continue to have that 85-year-old bone density, but what's good news is that I haven't reduced it any further in the 8 years that I've been on chocolate. I've also been medication-free after 2 months of consuming the chocolate with the anti-inflammatories and the antioxidant properties. And it's allowed me to have 2 beautiful, healthy children. That is a life-changing in itself. It's altered my life as from a corporate sales perspective into a healthy chocolate home-based business. So it's allowed me to be a stay-at-home mom and meet beautiful people. I like to say that I eat chocolate for free and cruise twice a year. It's a really good way of introducing what I do for a living. So this particular nugget is 70 calories, but it's not going to your hips and your bum. In fact, when I was pregnant in my 40s with my second child, I gained 52 pounds. Happy to say that eating chocolate every day and in drinking the shake once a day, I was able to lose 59.5 pounds of baby weight. And so that, again, has been life-changing for me. But this is made with 70% cacao, and it's the fact that we don't cook it makes it the healthy alternative. So there's no added caffeine and no added refined sugar. We have 4 different divisions here with Shasai. We have a hard chocolate division, which includes my favorite nugget. It includes the X Power Square, which is high but mighty. It has the Showbiotic, which is the natural probiotics, Lactose Bacillus and Bacillus regularis. We also have the Omega chocolate, which is the orange flavored chocolate for those of you who love the orange flavored chocolate. And we have the Showbiotic, the Omega, the Nuggets, and the X-Power Squares. Those are all 4 of our hard chocolates. We also have additional units that have been made for us, the Show Love Bites. The Love Bites themselves have the L-arginine and maca. They increase your sex drive and endurance. So we do work with a lot of athletes as well as people who are interested in increasing their love life. So we have fun with it. We have the hard chocolate line. We have the weight loss division, which includes that of our shake. Eating a chocolate nugget as a snack is a great alternative. And we have our skincare line, which is our Shiforia. And Shiforia is our natural cacao, is what's powering the Shiforia line, and it's the high antioxidants that make the difference. And that includes the skincare, hair care, and cleansers for your face for anti-aging. So for those of you that don't know me, I am looking years younger. It's worked really well. The other one we have is our energy and immunity division, and that includes the XC Energy Drink. One of my favorites. It's 41 cups of blueberries in terms of antioxidants, and it's the only energy drink on the market that can actually say it's a healthy alternative. When you can consider drinking 1 can and 41 cups of blueberries in terms of antioxidants, you know you're doing something good for your body. I crack that one open. The first thing I have in the morning is an energy drink, and chasing a 2-year-old, you need one. So. The other division we have is our overall health and wellness, which is with our Shiforia and our Shovita, and our different capsules. They are a capsule alternative, so those people who don't enjoy the chocolate, they get a chance to have the high antioxidants along with other coenzyme Q10 and other world-renowned products and ingredients within them. So I'm very happy to say that I've been part of this business for 8 years. It's changing lives. It's changed my life. And I welcome you to try it, because when you know how good this little 4 pints of blueberries in terms of antioxidants can do for you and your family, you want to make the difference yourself. So thank you. Dennis, who are we calling up for?
We are going to call us Jocelyn.
Jocelyn. Hi, Jocelyn. Welcome.
Jocelyn would be our youngest member here. Yeah, currently. Rebecca was here. And Jocelyn is a millennia. She's a young mother. I'm really impressed with this woman's incredible passion to pay forward something significant to others. She's devout. She is working with young people to keep them on a wonderful path. And I'm going to let you continue with your story.
Okay.
Thank you.
My name's Jocelyn Parker. I'm 28 years old. I have a 9-month boy, and he was a big boy, 9.5 pounds. So my mom introduced me to this chocolate, and I have to say that it replaced all of the other stuff I used to eat. So my husband is a dairy milk lover. He's from England, so obviously it's Cadbury's, right? That's kind of what we would always go to. So from having a boy and getting that baby weight off, my transition to the healthy chocolate really helped in bouncing back after pregnancy. And being a part of this, my mom introduced me to the chocolate, and I did one of those eye roll in the back of my head. Okay, here we go, healthy chocolate, right? And when she gave me one, I was like, I don't want to get too excited. And after that second piece of chocolate, sometimes when you try something once, you've got too many things going through your head, like I have to like this. But then your second chocolate, you're like, okay, actually, this is good. It's like you're giving it a real chance. And my husband and I are hooked. We have our auto ship boxes coming in. We've been able to meet such amazing people in this whole process, and I'm still a baby in this company, so I'm still building and working away at it. And the good thing to know is that no matter what you have going on in your life, you can just incorporate it. You can go as fast or as slow as you want, but I think that when you believe in something, it actually makes it that much easier to, first of all, be on it yourself and to introduce it to the people that you care about. It's completely taken the place of our refined sugar intake in our house, and that makes me feel good. I love watching documentaries. I don't know if anybody is on Netflix, but there's a bunch of documentaries out there about the food. And and just how to be healthy these days. And it's something that's important to myself and my family. And I'm grateful for the support and the team. I mean, I've got Janet emailing me. I mean, she is so good. I thought that, being younger, I was good on the computer, but she puts me to shame. And it's good to know that you don't have to be amazing at being on the computer. You can learn as you go. And I'm sure Janet, you weren't always so quick. And she's sending out emails and she's keeping in touch and she's excited and she's, on updates. And I've got Marla I've been in contact with, and my mom. And, it's cool to have a whole bunch of women. And Temple, I always see her posting stuff on Facebook and I'm like, oh my gosh, she just makes me think that I am way behind. But you know what? You just take it as you can. And the first and foremost step is to get on the product and to try it. And to have an open mind and to love it, bring it into your home, and then share it with your friends. And then the rest you just kind of figure out. I'm still figuring it out. And I love the team that we have, and I'm also growing and developing people below me. And that actually challenges you, challenges your personal, your capacity, that when people invest in your life, and then you have that ability to invest in other people's life. And if anything, that makes it so much more worthwhile doing this, is that you're out helping other people better their lives as well. So that's me, Jocelyn Parker, 28 years old, and stay-at-home mom right now. But who knows what's next? I mean, maternity leave ends and I'm back to it, but life is a juggling act. And the things that you prioritize and the things that you value will always fit in that. Will always be one of those balls. So thank you so much. I don't know who's next.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I need to call Temple up again for one moment because this delivery was just a little late. Oh. But anyway, there's a special gift for you.
Thank you.
It'll help you to spread the word a little faster. You're welcome. And Temple, my darling, a special gift for you.
I love working with this lady. She is awesome. Giving me gifts, for goodness sakes.
I thought since you mentioned your mom and the fact that Deborah introduced you to this business, maybe Deborah, you can come up and share your expertise of a savvy business owner and a sexy peacock mama.
Hi there, I'm Deborah Bell, and I'm the same age as Janet. And I have a new grandson, as my daughter just told you. She's a new mom, so I'm a grandma for the first time. I've had a home-based business for, I guess, almost 6 years, and just kind of getting to the point where it was too much slugging around of things, although I love what I was selling. But I always felt like a multi-level marketing business really makes sense. And so I always felt like if there was some product that came along that I would really believe in and love, I would like to do something like that. But I also had another prerequisite that I really felt it would be important to get involved with someone who would be there to give support. And I couldn't have asked for a better product and a better person to be involved with. Like Janet, I can't even tell you how much support and love and help and encouragement that she has been. It's just been over the top. Like I couldn't ask for anything more. And I happen to love chocolate as well. I was buying Lindt chocolate thinking I was eating healthy chocolate because it was dog. But I was always a milk chocolate person. It took me about 2 years to make the transition, eating it with almonds and things like that. And I was literally buying it like several at a time and hiding them in my little cupboard in the kitchen. I don't even think my husband knows that. But anyway, so that's what I was doing. And then I'd wonder why I would feel kind of sluggish in the afternoon and really kind of, I don't feel yucky, because it just, wasn't making me feel very good. So the timing was perfect, meeting Janet and being introduced to this chocolate. I had actually been introduced to it years ago prior, but I was so focused on my boot business that I didn't really entertain it. And so I was just taken with Janet's enthusiasm and her spunk and her joy and everything, to do with the business. So that's how I got introduced to it. So so I'm still at the early stages as well, and
I'm not great on the computer, but I'm getting there. And the neat thing is just meeting lots of wonderful people, and it's so easy just to take out a sample. You know, someone's, wow, I love chocolate, and then you introduce them to something healthy, and that's where I've been going to, is trying to, as you get older. Unfortunately, you hear about people getting sick and having lots of issues, and so I figure I've been reading up quite a bit for the last several years on just eating healthy and being healthy, and so this to me is almost like an oxymoron. How can chocolate be healthy? But this company has nailed it, and they continue to keep researching and growing and coming out with new products, which is amazing. So, and it's delicious. Like, I love the chocolate, and I'm learning that there's different ways you can introduce it into dips and desserts and things like that to make it even more exciting. So anyway, that's my story, and I look forward to meeting more people as we get involved in this more, and having more gatherings like this. And thank you, Janet.
You and especially gift to you to help you pay this forward.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, see, this is just an example of what she's like. Thank you.
And thank you. That was wonderful. Our next guest speaker is someone that I've known all of her life. I gave birth to her. My beautiful daughter, Dr. Stacy Nielsen, who encouraged me to switch my chocolate 8 years ago. And I am really grateful for that nudge. And I'd like to introduce Stacy, who is a very health conscious person, vegetarian, young mother of 3 very active children. She is an athlete extraordinaire. She just completed Ironman in Whistler. We're so proud of her. She's a perfect spokesperson to talk about the value of this incredible product from many perspectives. All yours, Stacy.
All right. Well, pretty exciting. I still get introduced in the young category. Everybody's announcing their age. I'm 39 this year. I have 3 beautiful children that are running around here somewhere. And yeah, I do lead a pretty busy life. I'm a full-time naturopathic practice and train triathlons and do marathons and things like that. And my daughter's a social issue, so it's distracting me right now. But I was introduced to this product when my mom presented it to me to have a look at for her to say, is this something that's of value for me to get involved with? Is it true? Is it healthy chocolate? And new products come across my desk all the time, and a lot of times it's just Me Too kind of companies. There are products that already exist and they're just being represented with new marketing. And so I dismissed things very quickly, and I was looking for a reason to tell her don't bother with it. And it didn't take long to realize that, well, this is actually a very unique product. This is truly a healthy chocolate because of the unique processing, the cold press processing, this patent process that Shasai Healthy Chocolate Company has, that nobody else in the world has ever done with chocolate. And we had, even at that time, 7 years ago, had been hearing chocolate make the news. And since then, many articles have been published, news stories have been presented, books have been published on the health benefits of dark chocolate. So this was pretty exciting to get a hold of something this unique and significant at a time when media was already doing a lot of the work of getting information out that there's a lot of benefit to chocolate. So why is there a lot of benefit to chocolate? Chocolate is a very antioxidant-rich food, and antioxidant intake is very important for maintenance of health. That how our bodies age and break down and degenerate is free radical damage, and free radical damage happens just with living, with breathing oxygen, and we make oxygen radicals, and they're unstable molecules, and they attack cells and DNA, and they contribute to the aging process. And when we do things like have unhealthy lifestyles and eat unhealthy food and have high stress in our lives and live in polluted places, that process accelerates. So if we can increase the intake of antioxidants, we neutralize free radicals and slow down that whole degeneration process and the aging process. And that's essentially a mathematical equation that a statement, the quote that comes from Dr. Norman Hollenberg out of Harvard, says that the level of antioxidants that we maintain in our body is directly proportional to how long and how healthy we'll live. So that's a pretty simple but profound statement, that the more antioxidants we can bring into our body, the healthier we'll be for longer. And how do we get antioxidants into our body? We eat foods that are rich in antioxidants, so fruits and vegetables. The darker the color of the fruits and the vegetables, the higher the level of antioxidants they contain. And well, it doesn't really get much darker than a cocoa bean. And so per weight, the cocoa bean contains more antioxidants, and specifically antioxidant flavonoids, most potent form of antioxidants, more antioxidants per weight than any other food on the planet. So it's very concentrated, very nutrient dense. And it was known that it was a healthy substance to consume thousands of years ago. Ancient peoples used it, and it was very valuable. It was used in religious ceremonies by Mayans and Incan people, in ancient times, used in ceremony. So valuable, it was used as currency. It was a healthful thing to consume, and it was considered food of the gods. Now, in recent times, chocolate has been turned into a confectionery item of candies because it's very unpalatable to consume in its natural form. Raw chocolate tastes disgusting. It tastes like acid. It's very bitter. So they have developed technologies to heat it, Dutch it, alkalinize it, and heavily process it so it becomes more palatable. And they extract the cocoa butter from it, sell it to the cosmetic industry, fill it with saturated fats, poor quality fats, fill it with refined sugar, and then the end result is the chocolate that the world knows and loves and is highly addicted to. But it's essentially a junk food. It's very high in refined sugar and very bad for your body. And that was when Mom presented it to me. She was, the secret chocoholic, the chocolate stashed in cupboards and drawers, and like a lot of women do, consuming lots of this, knowing it was an unhealthy thing, but it's this indulgence, it's this treat food that people are drawn to consume, but they know they're insulting the body when they consume it. And what this company has done is taken that food, raw chocolate, and processed it in a way that now it's palatable, but it doesn't process it in a way that it destroys the flavonoid antioxidant. So it turns chocolate back into being a functional food, so a food that is good to consume and delicious and palatable, so we can all love it and love our indulgence. And every time you consume it, you're flooding your body with these powerful antioxidants that are, quenching free radicals, fighting, slowing, neutralizing, fighting this aging process that we're all breathing and loving. We're loving that we're aging because it means we get to stay on this planet, but we get to neutralize some of the negative effects, which is degeneration and inflammation. Free radical damage has been linked to over 200 degenerative diseases. So if we have something in our hands that we can increase our dietary intake of that neutralizes this process of degeneration and aging, then it just makes sense to consume it. Yes, we should consume our kale and our blueberries and all these wonderful rich foods in our diet that contain vital nutrients and all the vitamins and minerals that you need. But you need to eat pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds of these foods to ingest the amount of antioxidants, specifically flavonoid antioxidants, that can make a significant difference in neutralizing degenerative processes. So we can take one of these, if I have the nugget, one little piece of chocolate, I'll use the X Power Square as an example. 3 X Power Squares a day will provide your body with 2,000 flavonoids, 2,000 milligrams of flavonoids, and studies have shown that a minimum intake of 900 flavonoids per day is significant with affecting inflammation and aging process. So I think the company is absolutely brilliant what they have put in our hands, and put it in the hands of people that really are necessary to share the message, because marketing can't really do it on its own. It can't really explain why is this chocolate significant, why is it different than all the other chocolates out there. you know, isn't the chocolate in a health food store? Well, it's organic and it's fair trade, and isn't that healthy too? Well, no, it's actually all roasted and Dutched and alkalinized, and that destroys more than 70% of, you know, these powerful free radical fighting antioxidants. And so even though it's, in some respects, those products can be healthier than the junk chocolate, you know, the Nestle's and the Cadbury's, it still is dead chocolate. It's not giving our body, you know, 70% cocoa in those bars is 70% of that is dead cocoa, or it's all dead cocoa. It has 70%, or this has 70% antioxidant potential because it's 70% cocoa. That has zero antioxidant potential in comparison. So this company has taken that as the backbone of all their products, the high antioxidant chocolate flavonoids. And now they've been able to extract these flavonoids in tasteless forms and put them in things like this XE energy drink, which is one of my favorite products because it helps facilitate my lifestyle very, very well. And so we've got the superfruit antioxidant drink with additional antioxidants added in with these potent flavonoid chocolate antioxidants, and then they put natural energy boosting compounds in there, guarana and yerba mate, which are sources of natural caffeine, and our bodies metabolize natural caffeine far better than synthetic caffeine that's in you know, all the energy drinks on the market. So those types of synthetic caffeine will give us you know, surge of artificial jittery energy, and then you'll crash afterwards. It's very hard on the cardiovascular system. They're full of refined sugar. They're very terrible for your body. But the modern world loves this stuff because we are all, you know, overworked and overstressed, and everybody's tired and fatigued. And you know, almost every second person I see in my practice suffers from adrenal fatigue or endocrine dysregulation in some way, shape, or form because it's the cultural norm. And so these products and this caffeine industry is huge. What this company has provided us with is natural source caffeine infused high antioxidant energy drink that your body gets a natural lift from, lasts for hours, has no crash afterwards, and also contains things like the maca root, which is a botanical that I love to work with in practice because it's an adrenal regulator, very good for all the steroid sex hormones. And very energizing. And if it wasn't for the XE energy drink, I would be really, really tired when I go for like 2 kilometer swims at 8 o'clock at night several times a week, and you know, all the things that I've had to fit in my life to have the lifestyle that I want. So I'm, you know, very thankful that this product is in my life, and it has been you know, so wonderful watching my mother evolve this business and grow into the person that she's become, the leader that she's become. I know we're all very grateful to have that presence in our life, and it makes me proud. So on that note, I'll close and hand it over to whoever the next company person to get to speak.
We have a very different special gift for you as our guest speaker. And there's curd floating around that goes with it. There's a story behind this, which we'll share after. We actually stopped, delayed the cruise that we were on, because we do have the privilege of being on incredible cruises. And we had the privilege of holding up the ship last time, and that's one of the reasons. And I thought, you should have that, because I almost gave you a heart attack.
You did! I don't even want to think about that.
Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Enjoy and great health. And you'll get the curd as it's finished circulating.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stacey. That was amazing. And she just, like I said, completed the hardest marathon of them all. Is that what people call the Ironman?
Oh, it's more than a marathon. There's a marathon at the end.
What is the kilometer swim?
3.8K open water and 180 kilometer bike. And then a marathon.
Kudos to you. Okay. Oh, there's the card. There's a card that Raelia has for you. That it's still going around to be signed. But you can take a look at it. proud of the people in this business. Whether she's my daughter or not, I can do this. On that note, my other honorary daughter, Marla, I'd love for you to come up and share a few words about your evolution in this incredible business. Again, another example of a wonderful person that I would not have in my life if it weren't for saying yes to an open door. Sometimes doors are meant to be open.
So I'm Marla, for those who don't know me, and I am a busy mom of 4. And when I was introduced to this, I used to work with people with acquired brain injuries. So as my family grew, I just decided that that was just too stressful, too much. And I decided to stay at home. And I was really loving this product, but I never thought that I would do the business end of this, but loved the product. And I was started eating it during my last pregnancy, my 4th pregnancy, and lo and behold, swollen ankles and feet that I had with every single pregnancy, had to stick them in buckets of ice, did not have that at all, no swelling right up until birth, the last one. And so I thought, you know, that's pretty interesting. And Janet was a great support. I didn't even know Janet at the time, and there was somebody who Janet sponsored, who sponsored me into this business, and I didn't have the pleasure of knowing Janet at that time, and I always knew that this was in my back pocket. So when I decided to stay at home, and I thought, okay, I'm going to explore this, and I have loved every little bit of it. As I don't plan on being pregnant again, so I mean, it's not really a life-changing thing for me, but there are so many people that I've had the honor of getting to know, touch, because I said yes, that was life-changing for them. So that's all I really want to say. I mean, the people that are amazing, the support is amazing, and whether you want to consume this product or, you know, interested in finding out more about the business, I welcome you and encourage you to do so.
Thank you. You. And here is a little gift for you to help you pay this forward. You're welcome. Thanks, Marla. So now we're going to get into a little bit of a business end of it. We have the absolutely amazing, remarkable, beautiful, and talented Brenda Dee, who I would never have known if it weren't for this business. And I'm so grateful for Brenda and all of the wonderful events that we get to participate in this GTA and worldwide. She's a great cruise buddy. So, Brenda, if you would like to share your brilliance with these wonderful people.
Of course I will. I'm always ready to share my brilliance and baffle in the meantime. So just work with me. So I'm Brenda Dee. I was introduced to this product in 2009. Absolutely not interested in the business at all. So that was a hard sell because, first of all, I like salt and I didn't like chocolate. But I was struggling a little bit because I like to run, not quite as aggressively as our friend Stacy, but you know, when I grow up, I want to be like you, Stacy. And so what happened, I was commuting downtown. I had traded an international role. I was in the mergers and acquisitions business and wanted to spend a bit more time with my kids. So I'll fast forward through that. And essentially what I did was I traded my role in a busy airport, traveling all the time, for a busy commute from Hockley Valley to downtown Toronto, because opening the business meant that I had to be on Bay Street. That was the nature of what I did and where my clients were. So that said, I was getting up at 4:30 in the morning and running, and then I was sitting in a car for anywhere between an hour and a half and who knows how long to get downtown, and then spend it all day in a boardroom and spend it in dinner meetings, sometimes in the evening, get back at 11 o'clock, do it all again the next morning. It didn't take very long to cause some effect, and the impact was such that I realized through some tests that I had arthritis in my spine, a compressed disc. And as I've told many of you, it's probably not the best recipe for a runner, but that's how I get my release, and there we go. So this friend had introduced this product to me, and as I said, I wasn't really very interested in the product for a couple of reasons, but I thought, what the heck. And if I was to tell you now, if I go off that product, many of you have much more powerful testimonies, and that is rewarding and continues to inspire me. But if I go off the product now for as much as a week, I notice it. And now I realize that, much like my mother, the arthritis has moved through my system, but I have no problem as long as I'm using the chocolate. So it's, you know, I don't pretend to understand the science. That's why we have the beautiful science in our links, and we have people like Stacy who are medically equipped to help support us. and that's the beauty about the business. But from a business standpoint, I was still not interested in it, even though I was having the positive side effects to it, positive effects. I still wasn't interested in moving forward with the business. I was in the midst of building a very successful consulting practice. I was also building out another transformational program that was helping a lot of the corporate folks downtown, and so just didn't really feel like I had any capacity left. But what was happening, ironically, was it was growing with or without me taking it seriously, because people would say to me, "How are you doing it, Brenda?" These are people that were in that circle that knew what had happened earlier on. And so they were saying, "Well, what are you doing?" So they would start using it, and then they were having an effect. And then all of a sudden I was getting these crazy checks, and I thought, okay, this is kind of cool. And of course, going back to the nature of my background, I'm an information junkie, and I have to do the due diligence on everything. So it's this constant sort of crow on my back sitting there, and I kept thinking about it, thinking, there is a market. Like, the wellness industry is a huge market. And I often use the analogy of going in, or the example of going into a Shoppers Drug Mart. Do you ever go into a Shoppers Drug Mart now and think about what it was 10 years ago? 10 years ago, Shoppers Drug Mart was such a boring store. You go in and you get your medical stuff and maybe some hair stuff, and away you go. Now you go into Shoppers Drug Mart, there's a health food section, huge skincare, because it's all about making us look younger, right? So this was starting to really work on me, and I thought, this is a real business. And what I was really quite taken with, I thought, okay, let's do some serious due diligence, and I started to look into the company. So for any of you that work in a corporate setting, I'm sure you can relate to this. Key to working in a good company, you know, what's the company financials look like? Well, this company is debt-free. So that was kind of positive for me. Most companies I work with, large corporations, and many of them I've outsourced half of them to keep them afloat financially, not even get them ahead, just keep them in operation. So that was a positive. Then I looked at the people, and when I actually spent time on these conference calls and at events, I realized these are not desperate people. These are people that are smart, and they want to get out of that mainstream stressful lifestyle and work towards something that's more residual, that can grow with them. And oh, by the way, you know, if they go off and want to retire, this can still go with them, because they're just sharing. There's no sales about this. It's about sharing and being honest and authentic. So that was inspiring. Then I thought, okay, well, the people's there. The leadership was second to none. Anything you need, they are there. I mean, Janet is an example of this. Every single day, you can reach out to her at almost any time of the day or night. Temple the same way. We've got leaders around the world that we work with that are just phenomenal. Headquarters they're stellar. So that was another sort of check for me. I thought, okay, finances is good, people is good, the caliber of people are smart. I like working with smart people. That may sound a little arrogant, but don't we all? I mean, you want to work with people that think positive. The other thing that was kind of strange for me, I looked at this business, I thought, it's so upbeat, like it's hokey, come on. Like every time you go to one of these meetings, people were so upbeat and friendly and bubbly. I thought, put it on drugs, it's a cult. But you know what? I still have my other businesses, and I will tell you, I come back to this the minute there's a free cycle, I'm back on these calls. And there's nothing I look more forward to, because people are so positive. You come into this and they're willing to help, and you're jovial, and you've just had somebody experience something with this product that you can't imagine not sharing it with them, because they wouldn't have had that experience otherwise. And that's powerful. And to me, there is nothing that's more rewarding. And I have come 360 degrees. Now, bring on the challenge. There's nothing challenging about this business. It's whether or not you want it. The business is there. If you're in your own business, any of you in your own business knows what it costs to lease property, buy property, go get marketing, set up a business, run a business, administer it all. This company has all the back office support. So even at the top of the house, if you make the large scale investment to come in and you want all the compensation, which you'll hear all about that if you're interested, there's multiple levels of compensation. And essentially, at the end of the day, you know, was that my cue? But essentially, for a very small outlay, you can be in business, and that's a write-off. So you're consuming what you're sharing, and the government rewards you for it, and you get paid in US dollars. And I don't know if anybody's looked at the stock market lately, and the US dollar hasn't been so great. The nice thing is you get paid in US dollars. And anybody that's also in the stock market knows your dollar's not doing so well. So in the recession, what are the key things that always excel? Lipstick, alcohol, and chocolate. We couldn't be in a better market. You're in skincare, you're in energy, you're in one of the most decadent products and businesses in the world, chocolate. It's one of the most researched products in the world. So you know everybody's trying to get into our space, and we got a patent. I mean, from a business perspective, it is one of the best decisions I ever made. And I'm telling you, I came from 0 to 60 on this. The negative side to I wouldn't imagine anything different. I love these people. I love the product. I love that the research and development is constantly evolving. That's like the XO Love Bite. We have a laugh with that because Jim's doing a poster for us, right, Jim? Anyway, the whole notion that they actually look at these different markets, that's a market. It's a reality, right? And we've got such an opportunity to take that and move it forward and advance our business. And you're all in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. And that's really, really fun. You can be in a competition with any other product line, but we don't have one here. There's nothing else like us. So thank you. I appreciate the time. I'm going to turn it back over to our lovely host, Janet.
Thank you. Take it away without taking a little bit. Paying it forward equipment.
Is it martini mix?
That's later. Anyway, we have many ways, as Brenda was saying, to be a part of this. It's not scary. I initially thought it was because I was so busy with 9 bosses. It's not scary at all. It's $39 to join this company, and then you decide on what level you want to start at as a healthy chocolate consumer or a healthy chocolate consumer that earns enough to get your product for free, or a healthy chocolate consumer that pays us forward to enough people that you can turn this into whatever you want. And it's happening. There's people making incredible incomes in this company. It would floor you. Chocolate is a $100 billion industry. We have the trademark patented Shavita blend, the only one in the world, as Brenda was saying. This is second to none. It's the best thing I've ever done. We welcome people to come and take a look at what this offers and get back to the person that introduced you to this. Make sure that you get all your questions answered. And before we end this session, we have our special techie, Chris Accurate, who there's a lot of things that would be lacking in our group. He is a team player extraordinaire. He has a wonderful testimony on the product, and he is someone that I'd love to come up and share a few words. Because without him, we wouldn't have this YouTube capacity right now. Thank you so much, Chris. You're as Janice Phelps in your wizardry.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, my name is Chris Accurate. I'm in the tool and die industry. Work for the big automotive manufacturing over here, which is really tough business to do. Stressful, so that really cost me a lot of grief, health-wise. I had a cardiologist who sent me to a second cardiologist just because he needed a second opinion. That's how bad I was in shape. My wife found the chocolate by sheer coincidence, I guess. And she said, she came home, she said, we're going to do this because you're Swiss, you're going to like chocolate. And you know what I'm supposed to argue because it's chocolate, yes, Swiss, that's a good combination. Anyhow, so I tried it. My first cardiologist is retired, I think. The other one I fired because I'm off all my pills. My stomach is healed itself. I have indigestion that I've got this sleeping, sitting up. My cholesterol was to the roof. I lowered that, and off all my cholesterol pills. And my blood pressure, of course, is back to a 20-year-old. Hey, it's add a bonus, right? That's probably the greatest thing for me, is getting my health back. The other greatest thing, the second greatest thing, is that my wife actually got to join a business now. She's a business owner who runs an international business, because now we have people in Germany, or one of our beautiful business partners, Elvira. We have in Switzerland, Stephanie. I want to shout out for you. And we're actually international now. This is, and Janice does this from home, so it is really an amazing thing. You don't need 4 walls, you don't need to travel anywhere, you can do this from home. Support is second to none. As many mentioned before, Janet Hurley is probably the person you really can rely on, and Temple Swift, of course. I mean, I got Janet Hurley to say, please be up at 3 in the morning, but I'm doing a business call with Germany, and lo and behold, of course, she's there because we help each other, and it's an amazing family to be part of. So I'm super proud to be part of this group. I have to thank you for me being on this side of the ground. So I don't know what else to say other than it's absolutely fantastic.
The other thing to say, we have a special gift for you to help you pay this forward, and another special gift to help you pay this forward, and also to thank you so much for all the wizardry, the technical wizardry that you bless our group with. We really appreciate you, Chris.
It's all available. It's
Every
nothing.
week, this guy is amazing.
It's nothing good.
Don't be modest.
Thank you so much.
And one more gift before we finish up. Think about what you would like to do on your anniversary. Do you think you'd be coming out to a business opportunity meeting in a garden with your beloved friends? Temple and Steve are here. Steve is out manning the front yard because this is a family business and there's a lot of children out there playing games. And this is their 8th anniversary, and we would like for you to have a gift.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, we've been in the business 8 years, and when I started this business just before getting 47 people together in Maui to get married, Stephen thought I was crazy. He said, if you bring home another business, we won't make it to the wedding. But I said, no, we need to get my dad to Hawaii because he was told he couldn't fly. He has high blood pressure, he had high cholesterol, and I wanted him to walk me down the beach. That was very important to me. So I said, Dad, if you think you can just sit in the armchair, watch your TV, and eat 3 pieces of chocolate a day, do you think you can handle that? And then, and let's just do it for a month before we got married. And my mom wanted to lose weight before the wedding, as all mothers of the bride want. And it worked. We had him. He had a clean bill of health. We got to fly my entire family there, and my 90-year-old grandmother came as well. And it's just been life-changing, like I said. So thank you very much, everyone, for sharing our special day.
Thank you. So in closing, we want to let you know that just about everybody here in this business has a story, and mingle and get to know the stories by the people that are here. We just chose a few so you can see a good cross-section of the health, the wellness, the friendships, the socialization, the business, and the fun. It's all here. And get back to the person that invited you to take a look at this, get your questions answered, because this is unparalleled in the business world and the health and wellness world. I'll close with this because I love to say this, we have the privilege of promoting this nugget and other products, of course. Cocoa bean. This is a real cocoa bean. What's in here is the same food value as what's in a real cocoa bean. But we can't eat this because it's basically saying it's bitter. And you wouldn't get very far trying to consume these on a regular basis. You can eat these very easily. So we have the privilege of promoting the most mass appeal, beloved, emotional, sexy food on the planet that is trademarked and patented. And it is absolutely divine to be a part of something that adds value to others. Can't beat it. Best thing I've ever done. And thank you all so much for sitting out in this maybe 28-degree temperature and and taking this on. We're going to break. We're going to socialize and have a wonderful meal. Thank you very much.
Yep.